Hello guys, this is Deathdealer and welcome back to another Space Engineers survival video. Unlike the last survival video which released yesterday, I'm currently premiering that video while I'm recording this video. That was a survival guide. This is a completely different type of survival scenario. This is just your traditional survival series, so you know how it is. I do shit, I cut stuff out, just the usual works. Now, as you can see, we have landed on an Earth-like planet. There is the moon over. It's around here somewhere. There it is over there. Oh wait, no, that's another planet, never mind. But yeah, we've got a little drop pod here. If we look at the spectator camera, that's a little bit too quick. We have a massive ice lake nearby, that's our position down there, along with several locations where we can find ore, which is pretty nice. My aim for this series is I want to be able to get an outpost, a self-sufficient outpost on every single planet and moon. I would also like to build an orbital tether, which you can't actually do fully, but you can do it like maybe 20 kilometers up, so we should start in a mountain with that. Just so you know, it makes getting resources from the surface up a lot easier. And you know, I'd like to build a massive base, have a massive mining operation and the works. And once again, I forgot to turn off unknown signals. You know what, it's fine. Anyway, we're burning daylight here, let's get to work. Now, straight away we're going to need to get some stone. I could look at the nearby resource nodes, but I can't be bothered, we'll just get some stone to start off. Now, since I am doing basically a survival guide on this, I'm going to cut most of this hard work out, because, you know, like, it takes a lot of time. I could time-lapse it all and then you've got an 18-minute video without actually doing anything. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is we'll cut out all the mining and stuff and we'll get like a basic, you know, base up and running, because, you know, mining's boring. Alright folks, so I've been mining for about, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes and nighttime has rolled around. That planet looks really weird. Is that Mars? Yeah, it must be. Anyway, right, so I mined for a little bit and I've got a lot of resources and I'm currently producing some components we're going to need. Now, the first few minutes of this video has got to be very similar to the entire survival guide, because that's how generally you kind of start off, but we're going to be doing a lot more. If we look at the progression tree, we've got to see how much of this we can actually do today. Some things may be a little bit too far away from us, because, you know, resources are hard to come by right now. But we will get a base up and running, hopefully. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Right, let's grab all of this stuff and we'll build a simple little 5x5. Now, where is this? That is over there, so we are fine building here. Alright, there we go. What? Oh, I know what. It's because I was using that L to make sure I was in the right place in the planet. I love it when I dip. Anyway, right, so let's build a simple 5x5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm bad for doing that in this game. It's because I'm not used to playing survival mode, that'll be why. But I need to get used to playing survival mode again, because I've got a few things coming on the channel soon, which require some survival mode stuff. Alright, let us get a basic assembler down. I rotated that wrong. Okay, there we go. And let's weld all this up, and then we can unlock some more progression stuff. Hey, nice. Right. Okay, right. Now what we can do is we can get a survival kit, which is here. Place that down. There's another unknown signal, and then let's go 5 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a windmill. I need interior plates, yeah. Let's get a few of them on. We need 40 interior plates. We're also got to cut down this little lander today, because, well, we don't need it and it'll take up space. Okay, there's some interior plates going. We'll just put some into our inventory. I will say this, I'll just continue building while I talk. Recording recently, as you've seen, I've uploaded a lot. I've uploaded maybe 4 videos, including this one, by the time this goes out in like space of like 5 days. I don't normally do that. I've just been feeling really inspired recently to produce some content. You know how it is. Right, we need some O2 generators, and we'll get a cargo container. Yeah, that's fine. We do that and let's get cargo. Just a small one. There we go. Excellent. Now what we can do is we can start dismantling this life pod, drop pod thingamajig, and we should be good to go. However, we do need to get this power system up online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld all this stuff up, get the power systems online, and then we can start moving the components into our storage bay. Alright folks, this is the last little bits of the drop pod, and it is gone. And it's still night time, this is good, yay. I also went and raided one of those unknown signals, and I got a tier 1 grinder and hand drill, which is pretty nice. I'm just going to go and throw all these into this cargo container, like so. And the grinder and the hand drill, there you go. Right, what we need to do now is we actually have all the resources we need to build some more stuff. I think we can build another, maybe a basic refinery. Let's check. I'm still not used to this whole progression system. We can build batteries. They're a bit expensive in terms of cobalt usage for the power cells. What else? We can build a basic refinery actually. Let's get the start to that, shall we? I also need to clear my hotbar because I've got lots of junk all over the place. Let's get a basic refinery. We'll have to move everything manually for now, but that's fine. That's fine. We can still work with that. We actually have all the resources we need to finish this. You know, I actually really like this new, well, it's not really new anymore, but this progression system. It just makes the game feel more polished. I think that's all the stuff. It was more, it's not large steel tubes. Right, there we go. Excellent. Now this should be able to refine everything, I think, which is good. Yeah, right, so if we use the spectator camera, we can't actually see anything right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for daytime, and then I'm going to go around all the different resource areas and mark them all down on my GPS. I will also go and collect some ice so that we don't run out of hydrogen all the time. Sound good? Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so it's still night time. I collected some ice. I haven't checked the ore around here yet, but we got another unknown signal, so let's take a look at it. Right, here's a button. I don't really care about getting skins or anything. All I care about is what it collects, what it carries, which... Alright, it's got some components. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to cut this down and then we'll go and look at the ore. Alright guys, so I've prospected several different ore deposits around the base. I've almost prospected all of them on the ice lake. But I think at this point we have all the resources we need to get a decent start. Now, if you take a look at our GPS, we've got GPS coordinates for our base, and then different types of materials. We shouldn't need anything made of magnesium, I don't think. Nickel, silicon, silver, gold, lots of iron. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. We can quickly fly back to base. But what I've been doing is I'll go to a deposit and then zoom out with my third person camera, like this, and I'd walk about just to know whereabouts in the deposit I am. Because sometimes little tiny bits of ore like to hide out in the corners of each deposit, which is can be annoying at times when you're looking for a certain deposit for a long time. Yeah. But looking at the amount of ore we have just on the lake alone, we should be pretty good. I do plan on making this massive mining rig that moves across the lake. So say, I don't know, you put down like a track and then it follows the track and then it's like a massive circular shape of drill heads. I think that would work quite nicely. Right, let's check. So we've got silicon, iron, silver we have, nickel, cobalt, we both have that, we have magnesium. Yeah, we have everything. Cool, cool. That means in the next few episodes we should be able to do quite a lot. Now my plan for this series is we're going to have at least 3 episodes per week, which means we will do a lot of progression fairly quickly. There are a lot of other people who are doing survival scenarios on YouTube of a kind of similar and larger size. Like people who are maybe below 20,000 subscribers who do this don't tend to upload as frequently as 3 videos a week in the survival episodes. So I'm going to try that, see how it goes, and then, well yeah, you know how it works. Alright guys, so as you can see I'm refining some iron because I just mined one of the iron deposits. My plan for by the end of this episode is I want to have at least maybe a full inventory's worth of each different individual deposit, other than magnesium, because we don't really need magnesium. That means that by the time the next episode rolls around, we could start maybe working on a mining ship, along with expanding our whole base. And not only that, it means the base won't look like scaffolding. And it also means that we can progress through the progression tree, which is fairly nice. Now, one of the things I need to take a look at is how easy it is to get the normal assembler, which we can actually do now, technically speaking. And what about the normal refinery? Whereabouts in the list is that? That's a fantastic point. You would think they group that together with the other section. Oh wait, never mind. It's here. Okay, so there's an assembler, there's the refinery, and then we can get all the different upgrade modules as soon as we have that. The refinery will be pretty expensive in terms of steel. Everything else we can actually make. You know what, yeah, that's the plan. We'll get a refinery and a normal assembler up and running today. What I'll do now is I will go and mine at least one inventory's worth of each different ore, and we'll get all that refined and then start construction on the next segments of the base. Alright people, so once again it is night time. I have expanded our power system a little bit because I couldn't run the assembler and the basic refinery at the same time. Now, I've got some resources on to refine at the moment. I made a discovery that you can't put high value resources like gold in the basic refinery. I should have looked that up before I attempted it. Anyways, what we need to do is we need to expand this platform a little bit. I'm not going to worry about plugging anything in correctly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a full scale refinery. And then at the end we're going to have an assembler attached to it. So let's get refinery and assembler. Right. Let's move it up. And we'll flip it the way we want it to be orientated. So like so. And we'll put this over here. Like so. Excellent. Now, welding this up will be very time consuming because I will need to, you know, run back and forth with different resources. Like for example, the steel plates is, it just takes so long. Because we need to, you know, make a lot of stuff. Yeah. That's what happens when you decide to play a new survival world. Yeah. That was my mistake. Right, I'm going to weld this stuff up and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm redoing our power system a little bit because I've welded these two up and I was trying to build stuff using the normal assembler. However, it required 1 kilowatt of input and I couldn't get that with 3 of these, so we're just going to reorganize this a little bit by doing this here, weld them both up, and then we can see how the power output is like. Right. I really need to learn how to use these more effectively, because then with power won't be an issue like it has been. Right. I suppose we could also get a battery up and running, which could be nice. Right, so 118 kilowatts, 115 kilowatts, 115 kilowatts, right. Well, this should be working perfectly. Let's take this. How much input do you require? 1 kilowatt. We're producing like 100 of it. Come on. Put this stuff in here. It works now, doesn't it? Of course it does. God damn it. See this game, honestly. Alright folks, so that power system is working perfectly from what I can tell now. I've also expanded this platform and I'd like to get some of this stuff welded up. We're going to weld up this pylon because I don't want to risk these getting destroyed fairly easily because that's just not good. Power is an issue for our character, but it's fine, it's fine. Personally, I'm quite happy with the progress we've made in this video. Like, in the survival guide I've recorded, well, that was released yesterday when this goes up, I recorded for maybe about 40 minutes and got that out of it. Obviously a lot of it was time-lapse. For this video I've recorded for more than an hour. And obviously, as you can tell, we've got quite a lot done. Let's get some more power, which is good to see. Now, as I said earlier, I do plan on doing some crazy things like orbital tethers and other stuff. But one of the projects I'm looking forward to the most is the mobile mining rig I'm going to put on the lake, which can be used for mining both ice and the ores, which are present. And we're going to have to design. We're actually going to design it on camera as well, which should be pretty nice. The thing is, like, I think it was maybe it was a lot longer than 7 months ago, I was playing on a survival server and one of my friends designed a rig. But the thing is, the rig was like super small, it was on a mobile vehicle. But the drill the drill head, basically lowered from the vehicle's centre of mass. And yeah, it worked, but you ran the risk of falling into the hole. So I'd have to come up with a workaround for that. Right, let's get the rest of this welded up, shall we? Also, we should also look at upgrading our tools a bit further. We can't get tier 3 tools, we should be able to get tier 2 at this point. We have enough materials to do that. And the fact that we've maximised our production facilities means that should not be an issue. Also, we'll see about getting some of those upgrade modules for the refinery and assembles, because they're very useful and also power efficient. We need to be very careful with our power, because obviously we can't get uranium on planets anymore, which I think was a good... That was somebody flashing there. Which I think was a good decision by the developers, like in terms of like gameplay, but logically that doesn't make sense because you find uranium on planets anyways. Oh well, it's fine, it's just a game, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I need to come up with a kind of decent base design as well, because I haven't designed a proper survival base in over a year. Yeah, I know, I don't play survival all that much. So yeah, we need to come up with a design for that. We'll probably incorporate the orbital tether into one of our bases on Earth, because that's on the planet I'm going to be building one of those. Alright, let's get the back parts of this section done. We can't get properly under the refinery, but that's not a problem. We'll just get this stuff done here. We'll also work on doing all the cabling and stuff properly in the next episode. But yeah, since we're going to be doing this super frequently, we shouldn't have a problem in terms of progression. Anyways, I know this video might be short compared to some other survival videos I do, but yeah, this game requires a hell of a lot of work. It's just so complex, and the fact is, like, yeah, it's Space Engineers. Come on, you know how it is. Yeah, it's a hard game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to let me know by voting for both the options in the poll at the top right hand side of the screen. This video has been brought to you by Fazing, one of my Patreons. If you too would also like to support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/DeathDealerYT and pledge as little as $1 a month to help me and the channel out. Thanks guys. Since you're already here, you should come and join our Discord. That is the #1 way to get in contact with me, and we've got a thriving little community over there, and we'd be happy to have you. The link is both on screen right now and in the video description. I'd like to thank you all for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.